Yeah, this is Yash. Look, I forgot to make a important video I wanted to make, and I was on my way back to my place, but I wanted to knock this out because it was on my agenda. And it's this. Why, though, is female attraction this whole game a waste of time? Because we've got to the place now to where it's just silly. Like, the problem is this, though. The guys, see, the women used to be super subjugated by the guys for hundreds of years. That's starting to come into, it's like this. Before you can get balanced, it's like both extremes have to be played out. You can say the opposite extreme, or one extreme, when the guys were really, like in Jesus's time, and just burning women and thinking they're a witch and all this nonsense, and it still goes down in certain countries. Like women get a bad deal. They were never appreciated for like the female essence that they really are. So now what's happening? And it's good that this is happening, but it's not good if you're in the female attraction game. What's happening now is some balance is going to get reasserted. So you have the women now that they want to project this image of a goddess, and that the guys should worship them and wash their feet and who knows what else. That's also not good. Like a man that's really in touch with his nature just isn't going to do that. What they're going to end up with is some weak suck who's insecure, and then they're going to resent him. Actually, they think that if they get what they want, when a guy really worships them, that they're going to be satisfied, but they're not, because their inner nature wants a real man. A real man doesn't do that. But here's the thing: if you're a real man, you got to understand what's going on. You don't like make fun of them or bash them again. Like haven't we been doing that long enough? Like, you understand that this game has to be played out like that. Don't criticize them. Let the show run itself. And then after a certain point, there's going to be a balance that gets reestablished, and both the guys and the girls are going to be acting right. Because the guys are also silly. I'm an alpha male. I don't take no crap from any girl. And girl needs to worship me. So no, you don't worship anybody. If you want to worship something, you worship the God essence inside that being. Now that's healthy. How many people's doing that? That's what real worship is. You worship the female essence in its pureness. That's what you worship, not the female structure, form. What's so much? Why would you worship a body? And the same with a man. You shouldn't worship the physical form at all. You worship the essence in that form. There's dogs around. Can you see them? It's like, oh, they're gonna knock my camera over. Okay, so I gotta work with this now. So the reason the whole female attraction game is just nonsense is because they want food. I buy dog food and I feed all the stray dogs, so then they get addicted to it. The reason this whole game is nonsense is because look what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a society, especially younger, that they're just stuck in all these superficial roles. The guy wants to maintain his alpha male stature. He's identified with that. Like, you got to let that go. You just flow. You live in balance in life. You're not going to be worrying about being an alpha male. All right. And if you're a woman who's balanced, your feminine nature speaks for itself. You don't need to say you're a goddess or whatever, need to be worshipped. So that's what's going down nowadays. The guy wants to be recognized for he's a badass, and the woman wants to be recognized, she's a badass, and so you just end up with nonsense, you see, and stress and everything. Like everybody wants attention, but they don't want to give it. The alpha male wants attention, but he's not going to be shown giving attention to the woman. That's not balanced. The woman wants to be worshipped, but she's going to let the guy know, hey, I don't need you. That's not balanced. You see, everything's imbalanced. So if you're in that world of trying to get a girl or find attraction, attention, and satisfaction and validation from a woman, you got a hard road to go. You got to find this inside. This is the thing. You find this inside, then you're going to attract another person who's also found it inside. So then you're like two strong pillars, and then you're sharing this with each other. That's what you want. That's what you got to do. So I know you can't help it though, because it's instinctual, and especially if we're young and we're conditioned by society to go play that whole role of, you know, getting attraction from girls and all that. So, but a message like this that I'm delivering, if you have this knowledge, if it's not too dormant inside you, then this can resonate with that and activate it, and try to just stay with yourself. If you're meant to meet a girl, you'll meet her. And if you meant a girl and you're meant to meet a guy, you'll meet him. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to work at it and waste your time doing all that. And check yourself. If you're too hungry for female attraction and attention, check yourself. Say, wait a minute, I'm a dope addict, is what you are, because you're addicted to the dopamine of getting hits and validation from the opposite sex. And that doesn't work. You're gonna end up like a dope addict gets. He can't get satisfied. He's just all strung out on a drug that's not satisfying him anymore. That's what happens with the dopamine. It just stops working. Anything that's not true and real, it stops working. And God bless it for that. Otherwise, we'd be stuck forever. So everything stops working, and then you want to go and you start to look for the only thing inside that works all the time. Then you need a spiritual practice. Go see my other channel, Spiritual Renaissance. All right, see you.